Show me the thing!
Welcome back to Featured Fan Builds. I'm Captain Xavier, and this is the first episode of 2021, and there are going to be some changes to the way I choose what stuff gets featured. The email address to submit your builds to will still be captain.xavier.fanbuilds@gmail.com. However, going forward, I'm going to choose which submissions to feature, similar to how I choose what questions to answer in the Q&A, which is to say, first come, first served, and it'll be the first 25 submissions after each episode. So when this episode is uploaded, I emptied the inbox for submissions, and it will be the first 25 new submissions after this video is featured that will be the ones that are featured in next month's featured fan build. And then when that video is uploaded, I will again purge everything from the inbox, and it'll be the first 25. So if your submission was not featured that month, then you need to resubmit, and hopefully you will be in the first 25, and you'll get featured the next month. And this is so that I don't end up with the huge backlog where I was months behind, and where I was trying to do 50 submissions in an episode, and it just wasn't working out well for a lot of reasons, and I wasn't enjoying doing the episodes, and I didn't think the episodes were as well done, and so I'm going to dial it back and try to do fewer, but do them better. So that is how that will work. If there is some reason other than just the fact that you weren't in the first 25, if there was some reason that I didn't choose your build, I will let you know. If it's something like the pictures were blurry, or there were details that were missing, or something like that, I will email and let you know this is why yours didn't get featured. But otherwise, it's simply that you weren't in the first 25 and you should resubmit the next month, and hopefully you will be that time. So we'll see how that works out. If that causes more problems than it solves, then I may go back to the other way, or I'll think of something better, or if you have suggestions, feel free to give them. But let's get into this. Let's take a look at the absolutely amazing stuff that I've been sent. This is from Gregory Benton, and you may recall him from one of the earliest episodes, I think, where he actually sent me some blaster integrations that he'd done, some of his earlier work, which was very good then, and as you can see here, this one's even better. And here's what he has to say about it. This is a dual build from 100G's Armory and Kelly Felder. We still have not selected a name for it yet. The Armory did the base coat of paint, and Kelly did the detail paint and 3D printing. So obviously, as you can see, this is a deploy is in there, as well as I believe it's a 3D printed Chris Vector stock. There's parts from a Demolisher in here. Just a lot of really wild stuff, and the finished product is just fabulous and weird and unique looking, and I really like it. So well done to 100G's Armory and Kelly Felder. Beautiful work here. Up next, we have something that's just weird. This was submitted by Taylor, and it is, in his words, it's my water-cooled brushless DC rival Nerf blaster. I'm not even sure what all of that means exactly, but it operates on brushless motors, and they're running so hot that he actually requires a water cooling system. And that's only, well, it wouldn't be necessary if he was firing in short bursts, but he does tank dumps with it, apparently. He's got as you can see here, he has a 3D printed solid proton pack sort of system. And so it holds, a very large amount of ammo, and he's able to do a full tank dump in about 2 minutes. But in order to be able to keep the motors from overheating, he added the water cooled system, and they were running very, very hot. It fires at 150 FPS, so it's comparable to my smart gun as far as specs, as far as the rate of fire and all of that. The difference is that he has designed his to do full tank dumps, and I would never try to fire my smart gun for that long sustained. It wouldn't. I don't think it would function well. So that's a pretty neat concept. I don't know if he plans to mount it on something, put it into a blaster, or if this was just an academic test. Can I do this? How would this work? He didn't mention having plans to build it into a blaster or vehicle mounted or sentry gun mounted or what the plan is. But it's neat and I wanted to talk about it. So up next we have a build from, I believe this is someone in my area, or at least in my state. This is from Czar with the Nerf rival group Washington State. And this is his blaster, the Elite Ripper. And as you can see, it is a bullpup hyperfire integrated with a rapid strike. With all the best internals that you can get, as well as just a plethora of external cosmetic stuff, foregrips and flashlights and all of that good stuff. And I love the way this one comes out. And that bright orange or bright green is just a beautiful color, and it contrasts very nicely with the black and the orange. So I really like how this one came together. Up next, we have a submission by SIGMADRAGON. As you can see, this is a modified rapid strike, extended barrel, modified stock, handguard, all sorts of parts. Let's take a look at what he has to say about it. For the externals, a personally customized front-end version of Tungsten EXE's rapid strike kit, Tungsten's stock attachment, battery tray, lock muzzle, grip heel, flygonagles, flared magwell, flared magwell, Rising Sun's handguard, conveniently made to go with the stock point and magwell already. Does require a little bit of trimming apparently. Raider Strock, logos removed with customized stock kit, shortened from Machinamax A280 CFE stock kit. So a lot of custom work from a lot of different people's stuff went in to make this, and it came together beautifully. It's painted with a Rust-Oleum satin charcoal gray and flat back. Flock art brushed metal brushed silver. And apple barrel brown oxide and a custom dark gray made from apple barrel jet black and dark graphene color of the handle. And then Krylon matte clear coat. This is, for those of you that are concerned about the coloring, this is done for a LARP, a post-apocalyptic LARP. That is done on private property, so that's why it looks more realistic than many people would prefer. But it is a cosplay piece, a LARP piece, so do not be concerned. Internally, actually I don't have the listing of the internals. I'm sure they're lovely. But it does have lore that is just what makes these sorts of builds really fun. This is the electromagnetic powered machine Gauss rifle, EPMG 01 Fizzer. Is exactly what it sounds like. It is a machine gun Gauss. So picture a Gauss cannon from Halo, but full auto. The weapon is a prototype and only one was ever made, although other handheld Gauss weapons were developed with overwhelming firepower for the machine Gauss was deemed too powerful to be used on the battlefield. However, disregarding their scientists' caution, the Earth Federation military gave it to their cyborg warrior experiment Sigma T90, who has utilized it to great effect. I love things when things have a storyline like that, especially since, as I said, it was made for a LARP, so it should have a story. So very, very cool there, SIGMADRAGON. And the final one that I'm going to talk about should surprise nobody. It's a Stampede build. This is REFGTS. I'm not sure if that's meant to be pronounced in some way, but that's the handle I was given. And this is their Chronopede, modeled after Mortality Nerf's Chronopede. He has great Stampede build and has a YouTube channel if you have not seen it yet. His is close to his, but uses an EZ Stampede kit. It's got a rewired chrono barrel extended to reach the worker scar barrel. Has then cut the Stampede shell to hold the chronograph part secure. My battery tray is a broken Talon mag cut to fit and epoxied in place. The battery pack to power the chrono barrel is inside the blaster. My shoulder stock is a hacked up worker extendable stock that slides in and out to act as the door for the lipo. So yeah, it's a really neat build. He hasn't done Hasn't done, obviously, as you can see, hasn't done a paint job, and I don't know if he's planning to. I've always liked the Elite, or the original N-Strike yellow as far as a paint scheme went. So, I mean, it came together beautifully. It looks like it works beautifully. It will run on both 3S and 2S, which is the nice thing about that Easy kit, as well as Stampedes in general. They're very robust that way. So, well done, REF GTS. All right. And now, to the slideshow.
Shut up and sit down.